loves, it's Crystal Marie again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Diva Circle. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm really excited to share with you today's discussion. It's going to be about goal setting. And I've been using the Lara Casey Powersheets for, I don't know, like a year now. I got the 6-month set and I am so excited. I want to share those with you. I want to share why I love them. Making it happen. And I also bought her book, and it's called Make It Happen, Surrender Your Fear, Take the Leap, Live on Purpose. And if you follow me, you know my yearly theme this year for 2015 is power and purpose. And so let's just change the camera angle and I will show you how I dive into the power sheets. All right, loves, let's make it happen with Lara Casey's power sheets. I'm going to show you a blank set first, and then I'll show you my set that's filled out so you can kind of get an idea. So first, we prepare for greatness. What I love about this is that it's undated, so you can start at any time that you want to. Something that Lara Casey preaches is there's nothing special about January 1st. So you can start this at any time that you feel like you need to reset and focus and hone in on your goals. Pep talk to self, kind of write yourself an affirmation when you're starting this. You know, what do you want to accomplish? What's important to you? Put that here. Your download and your notes. As entrepreneurs, we have like a lot of things going on in our head. I know like on a daily basis, I have so many ideas that just come out, and then there's so many things on my to-do list. There's so many things that I want to do. You kind of just spit that on paper, write it all down, get it out so that you can focus on bigger and better things. The tending list each month has these worksheets. Little by little, make it happen. You write down your monthly goals, your weekly goals, your daily goals. So basically, if you're using this correctly, your daily goals should meet up to your weekly goals, and then your weekly goals should meet up to your monthly goals. So you're kind of checking off, cross-checking your list. Weekend tending, how I'm going to love people. I really love that. I think that, you know, when we are concentrating on what we want to do and how we want to make things happen in our own lives, it's really important to reach out to other people and just kind of spread the love. Adventures I'm going to have, how I'm going to recharge. Just remember to take care of yourself and, you know, spend time with the people that you love, because that is what's most important. Great things that happen this month. I know for me, like I'm in a transition right now, so sometimes it's easy to think about what you don't have or what's going wrong, but you know, you have to be grateful. You have to be grateful for the little things like spending time with family, or, you know, shooting these amazing YouTube videos and connecting with you guys is really helpful for me. So that's what I would put in some of these in these boxes. Just remember each week that there is something that great that happened to you, and what was that, and write that down so that when you look back you can see, you know what, the transition wasn't so bad after all. This month's win. This is kind of like a guided thing that you fill out, what you've learned, what you made, how you felt last month, etc. I did it. Look back at the last six months. So this is my second set of power sheets. So the first set is a little bit different, I think. But when you began your power sheets, I felt, you know, I didn't know what to expect. I heard about them on Instagram. I thought this is something that's going to be great, and that I'm going to be able to kind of focus in on what I want to do with my businesses. And I just kind of jumped in, and I had bought another set by another brand, but I think that the power sheets work really well for me. They're easy to digest, and you can just dive in. You know, all those things you always wanted to do, you should go do them. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to skip down to, yeah, here we go. The getting started. So this is typically what the power sheets right now look like. I know that Lara Casey has made some revisions to the power sheets and put out a new one-year workbook, which I have ordered, and I'm so excited to get that. That should be coming in November, I think they're shipping. And so I will do another updated video with that 1-year workbook, but I'm so excited to see that. But this is what the power sheets look like right now. So getting started, fill out the get to know me sheets. There's a whole bunch of worksheets in here that you need to do to prep going through the power sheets. Getting to know me. So basically you're writing down stuff about yourself, your name, 3 words you would use to describe yourself, your favorite colors, things about you, personal style, outfits you would live in forever. Hello, anything pink, I would wear forever. Big ideas. And, you know, don't let the big ideas fool you. Just put whatever ideas you have in your head right now. And those are big ideas, especially if you make good on them. How are you today? So you're basically going to write a letter to yourself about anything, you know, how you're feeling that day that you start. And again, it doesn't have to be January 1st. I know a lot of people do their goal setting in, you know, late December so that they can enter into the new year with new goals. And I do that too, because I do like the starting point. But honestly, at any time during the year, you can start goal setting. You don't have to wait until January 1st to make it happen. Name your fears, what you're afraid of, and why you're afraid of those. It's so funny, like, fear can stop you from great things. If all of the people that you think of, like, you know, Steve Jobs and, you know, all of these the tech girls, the Mark Zuckerberg, and, you know, if all of them had to let fear stop them, think about like where we would be now. We wouldn't have the Apple computers. We wouldn't have Facebook, and, you know, social media wouldn't be like what it is today. So whatever dreams that you have, whatever business goals that you have, don't be afraid to do them. And if there is something that you're afraid of, write it down. Like, this is your personal sheet. So don't be afraid to be honest with yourself, because if you can't be honest with yourself, who are you going to be honest with? You're ready. So after you've done all the prep work, you know, you go through here, and now you're ready to make everything happen. What has been working in the last year? What has not been working in the last year? This is kind of where you look back and you evaluate your last year. So I think when I started the actual set that I filled out, which I'll show you in a second, it was 2014, if I'm not believing. No, it might have been 2015. But, you know, I look back into that last year and I said, this is what's working, this is what's not working. And that helps you think about, for the coming year, what do you want to do to make it different? Lessons you learned from what didn't work, lessons you learned from what did work. And I think when you have this perspective, you can actually then set better goals for the next year. I mean, how are you going to set goals for the next year if you can't really evaluate what happened in your last year? So it's really good to have this written down side by side. What fires me up? What do you get fired up about? What do you want to do? Is there something that's like time sucking? So, you know, she's talking about social media. How much time do you spend on social media today that could have been used for something else? I mean, I spend a lot of time on social media. I love social media. I love Instagram. I love Facebook. I love connecting with you guys on YouTube. And that's part of what fires me up. And, you know, but there's other things that I'd like to do, spending time with family and, you know, all of those things. So you kind of write that down here. What gets you excited to wake up in the morning? The big picture. So, and your life vision. So, the big picture, you kind of just think about the life that you want to have and what does that look like, and you write it all down. You can only make things happen or get to that end goal that you want if you kind of know what you want, and that's hard, and it's a process, but once you fill this out, you'll be better. It'll be better. My life vision. This is where I kind of, in mine, I'll show you in a second, I went crazy and started gluing and using my magazines to put together things that I wanted for that year. what you're saying no to and what you're saying yes to. It's important to say no sometimes. I think sometimes we try to do too much, and that's hard, right? Because then you're ripping and running, or you're letting things slack, and sometimes you have to be uh, in control enough to know that you can't do everything. And so saying no is important. And so when you're going through this, it's important to list those things that you look back and you say, you know what, I should have said no to that a little bit more, and I should have said yes to these things. Maybe you want to spend more time with family and less time doing a whole bunch of other things for different organizations that you're a part of, because you have to have balance. So say yes to some things and say no to others, but create that balance in your life, and whatever that looks like for you, that's what you put here. What is your core? What do you want to do? Write out your story of how you're going to get there and why you want to make it happen. So like in my power sheets, which I'll show you in a second, I wrote out about how, I want to inspire young girls, and I want to be an encouragement to young girls. I want them to understand how beautiful they are, and I want them, not to bully each other and not to be affected by bullying like I was, and why I want to make that happen, and what my word for this year, or last year, the one that I filled out, is. And writing that down kind of gives you a perspective to why the things that fire you up are the way they are. You have to understand your story. What's filling my jar now? I love this one. What I want to fill my jar. So you kind of, you just write down everything that you're doing, organizations that you're a part of, work, everything that's filling your jar to the top, right? And what do you want to fill your jar? So if there's something, like I said, that you need to say no to, that is filling your jar now, what does that jar look like when it's just filled with the things you want it to be filled with? And you can get visual with this. Get messy. Today is the day. See, make a mess. And this is another guided worksheet. So you kind of go through that and fill that out. And then this is where she's teaching you how to use your goal setting worksheet. So for example, you write down the goals that you want to have, and I think there's 10 goals in the actual worksheet. So you write down 10 goals, and then you break each one of those goals down. So the goal, why is this a goal? How do you want to accomplish this goal? And then you reflect on that goal. Risk versus regret. If you don't accomplish this goal, will you regret it, right? And then you kind of write down notes to self, I can do this. I love this. You have to remind yourself constantly that you can do it, that it is possible, that don't let fear stop you. And basically for all 10 of your goals, you're going to have a worksheet like this, and you're going to fill it out. See, here we go. Blank 10 sheets. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull out the ones that I filled out, and then I'm going to show you some of them, because I do think goals are very personal. That's why I want to show you the blank ones first, and I'll share some things with you and some things I have to keep to myself, because when you're working on your goals, sometimes you don't want to share that with everybody. I love you guys though, and I want you to see how I use them. All right, so I bought this pink and gold binder from Target. Love it. And this is where I keep my power sheets. So I'm going to show you guys a couple sheets just so you can get an idea of how to fill them out. Woo! So this is the My Life Vision sheet. And so like I said before, I just kind of got some magazines together and put down all of what I wanted for the year. Good reads, finances, planning, bright ideas. I have some beautiful women here. This is, of course, health. I'm still working on losing my stomach and not eating Hawaiian rolls, but that's going to be a goal for next year too. Believe, dream, just things that would motivate me, and also goals, things that would remind me of the goals that I have. Clearing up my skin. She's got really pretty skin, so that's a goal of mine because I suffer from acne. Just things that are personal, things that are business related. They all are a part of my life vision. Women in success, so celebrating women in success. I'm really big on that. Supporting other women and other women in business. So that is my life vision vision board. Goal planning. So this was a goal I had, which was to publish my book, The Diva Diaries Living Through Tough Season. And as you can see, I wanted to publish it in March and have it available for my birthday in April, but I didn't publish it until July. So it's still a goal that I made in 2015, and I made that goal, but I was a little bit flexible with myself. And, you know, why I wanted to have this goal is because I wanted to help young women. I wanted to complete this goal because I had been working on it for so long. And then I just kind of list out why, you know, I fill out the rest of the sheets. And note to self, done is better than perfect. You know, this is book number 1. There are more books in my heart, so I just really needed to let go of the fear of putting that book out there and putting my testimony out there and complete that goal. And I'm so glad I did. It's one thing that I'm really, 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 really happy about. And I hope you guys go to Amazon and pick that up. My tending list for February, this is February. Gym once a week, finish editing the book because I was still working on the book at that time, practice my illustrations. I wanted to read 1 book per week. Wow. And I wanted to do the 52 per year. I think I made it maybe in February. I did 4 books, but you know, I've since lost that goal, but I'll pick it back up. Gym once a week, 1 book per week. And for my daily goals, making my bed. Yes, making my bed is a daily goal of mine because I just feel like a bed should be made, but that was not what I was doing at the time. So, but I do make my bed. Tidying up the house, drinking more water was a daily goal. So I wanted to try to do the, I think it's 8 glasses of water per day. That's really hard. Like, you know, I can drink 8 glasses of juice, but like water, that's really hard. But recently I have been getting very, very close to the 8 glasses of water a day. It's really important to me to just kind of like detox. Work on business goals. So all of that was a part of my tending list for February. For July, my weekend tending, I wanted to send more pretty mail to my friends and sisters, and you know, just to brighten up the mailbox. Pray for my girlfriends. That's something that I wanted to make sure was in my goals, just in general. Spend time with the people I love. So not only concentrating on my business goals, but actually making time for family. Call my family more. I do call, but you know, I just feel like I need to reach out a lot more, and family is very important to me, so I put that on my goal list. Adventures, I'm going to have museum trips, filming the Diva Circle again, a speaking engagement, going on a Carmel trip that another blogger had put on, so that was great, and how I'm going to recharge, get 2 massages, read 4 books, spend time with friends, and of course the Carmel trip in July. And so we did do the Carmel trip. It was amazing. Shout out to 30 Plus Mom and Miss Fabulous. It was amazing, amazing trip. And that's it. That's all I wanted to share for mine. Like I said, goals are really personal, so I didn't want to share too much, but I wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of what they look like filled out. But I will leave where you can purchase these power sheets down below. So definitely go over and tell her the Diva Diaries and the Diva Ink sent you. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video on the power sheets. It's something that I use, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. I will do another updated video when the 1-year workbook comes in. I'm super excited about that, so I want to share that with you as soon as I can. I will link below where you can get the power sheets and how you can get information on the other products that Lara Casey sells. I'm not like promoting her. I didn't get paid for this. I really use the power sheets and I really love them, so I wanted to share that with you guys. Be sure to thumbs up the video, and please share and subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in.